Some chapters of life feel like they're just happening to you. Families, schools, jobs, breakups, losses, all arriving without your permission. But every so often, there's a quieter kind of moment. You're standing at a doorway. A job you could leave, a message you could send, a habit you could change, and you realize, I can keep living this story, or I can try to turn it. Welcome back to the story you become. This episode is called Agency and Choice The Turn. We often talk about taking control of your life as if it means controlling everything. That's not agency. Agency is simpler and more human than that. It's the sense that, within the limits of your situation, your choices and interpretations matter. Not all powerful, not magic, but real. Agency sounds like, I can't change that this happened, but I can decide how I respond. I can't control other people, but I can choose my boundaries. I may not see 10 steps ahead, but I can choose this next step. We tend to imagine big turning points as dramatic scenes, moving to another country, quitting a job on the spot, ending a long relationship, radically changing careers. Those moments exist and they matter. But most of the time, the story of your life is changed by smaller choices repeated over time. Answering or not answering a call, saying no once when you usually say yes out of guilt, reaching out for help instead of isolating, spending 10 minutes on something that matters to you rather than scrolling through someone else's life. These acts rarely look cinematic, but they slowly bend the plot in a new direction. Agency doesn't always shout. It often arrives as a very quiet, slightly uncomfortable, I could do this differently. Imagine someone named Anchor. Every night after a long day, he tells himself he'll work on a project he cares about, writing, music, learning, anything. Every night he ends up scrolling until 1 a.m., feeling more and more numb, then guilty, then resigned. His inner narrator says, You're lazy, you'll never change. One evening, nothing huge happens. No inspirational quote, no life changing message, just a single thought. What if tonight, for 10 minutes, I try something different? He sets a timer for 10 minutes, puts his phone in another room, and opens a blank document. He writes a single messy paragraph. Then the critic kicks in. This is nothing. You're still behind. But if we zoom out, this tiny, unimpressive scene might be the turn in Anchor's story. The night he stopped telling himself that change had to be huge and perfect and allowed it to be small and real. If you'd like, we can try a small exercise together. Think of one area of your life where you feel stuck in a loop. It could be a relationship dynamic, a work pattern, a habit with your phone or food, a way you talk to yourself. Next, ask a gentle, honest question. Is there one small thing in this area that I could choose differently, even if it doesn't fix everything? Maybe it's not replying instantly to a message that always drains you, taking a 5 minute walk instead of scrolling, once a day, asking a friend, Can I talk about something I'm stuck in? Writing down your feelings instead of swallowing them. The point is not to find the perfect move, it's to notice there is at least one place here where my choice still matters. Here's a simple experiment you might try this week. 1. Pick one tiny area of your life where you felt like a passenger. 2. Ask, what is one small, realistic choice I can make here that moves my story half a degree closer to who I want to be? 3. Do it once, not perfectly, just once. 4. Afterward, instead of judging the result, simply tell yourself, that was me making a turn. That might be all you manage this week. That's still a story worth telling. Thank you for listening to Agency and Choice, The Turn. You are not responsible for everything that has happened to you. You are not in control of everyone else's choices or of the chaos of the world. But inside those realities, there are still places, sometimes small, sometimes larger than you think, where your yes and your no, your stay and your go, your try and your not this quietly redirect the plot. In our next episode, Future You, Present Voice. We'll explore how the story you tell about your future self can pull you forward, acting like a voice from the next chapter whispering back to you now. Until then, if you find yourself at a doorway, even a very small one, take a breath and remember, You are allowed to be the one who decides which way your story turns.